Now, when it comes to zooming and panning around your Illustrator documents, there are so many ways to do it, and I'll show you just a few, but also the keyboard shortcuts for doing it very, very quickly and easily. Now, if you come up to the View menu, you can see a little way down we have the basic zoom options. We've got zoom in and zoom out. Keyboard shortcuts are Command plus and Command minus, or Control plus and minus on the PC. And we've also got actual size, which is Command 1 or Control 1 on the PC. Now, we've also got two artboard options here. Now, currently, if we're looking at our business cards document here in the background, you can see we've essentially got 6 cards. Well, each of these is an individual artboard, and we'll go through that in a short while. So we have the ability to view sort of fit to screen of a single artboard or view all of them together, which is basically what we're currently looking at here. So just to show that the zoom in and zoom out functionality, so go ahead and use your keyboard shortcut. So like I said, Command plus and minus or Control plus and minus on the PC will allow you to zoom in and likewise zoom back out. But you'll notice it's always centered on where we basically started from. It's not choosing a particular artboard or a particular graphic or anything else, but very handy if you do need to navigate up and down accordingly. Now likewise, we said we have Command 1 or Control 1 on the PC for actual size, and Command 0 or Control 0 on the PC for fit in window. Now that's dependent on the current artboard, which in this document is artboard 4. And if you look down in the lower left hand side of your document window, you can see this is the artboard number right here. So in essence, you could actually click back and forth there between each of the artboards, and you'll see that you're navigating through, but each one is staying as fit to window. So if we use the last keyboard shortcut here, which is Command and Option, Control Alt on the PC, and 0, that will fit all of the artboards down at the same time. This is one we're going to use plenty as we work through the training here. Now, when it comes to using tools, because you can see this is kind of handy, but it's a little restrictive. What if we wanted to zoom right up here on a name and make a change to a phone number or something? That's not going to be very easy to do using what I've just shown you. Well, there are tools for zooming and panning, and you really want to do sort of two very, very quickly together. Over here in the tools, you can see at the bottom we have a hand tool, which you use for panning the document around or essentially scrolling, and then you also have the zoom tool. Now, the cool thing is, I'm not going to ask you to use either of those tools. We're going to use a keyboard shortcut. Very easily, we're going to hold down the Command key or the Control key on the PC and the space bar, and you'll see that your cursor changes to the magnify tool or the zoom tool. So what I can do now is one of two things. We could position our cursor, let's say up here on the top right-hand card, and I'm just going to click in the center, and you'll see it zoomed it and also recentered it. So if we put our cursor back in the middle and click again, you'll see we're essentially nudging up our preview size just bit by bit until we get closer in. Okay, so that's pretty cool in itself. What's even cooler is if we click and drag with this tool. So let's position a cursor upper left here of the name, click and drag. We're still holding down Command and Spacebar, or Control Spacebar on a PC. Click and drag, and you'll see that we zoom up immediately to fit that entire area right in the screen. And to be honest, you can keep on going. I'm just going to keep on zooming in here on this type until my cursor is essentially empty. And you'll see that we've reached maximum size. It shows up here at 6400%. So we can zoom in very, very closely on our artwork, which is a wonderful thing to do in Illustrator. Now, I'm just going to press Command 0 to drop back down to actual size, because now what I want to do is scroll around as well. Well, this is where the hand tool comes in, and that is very simply just the spacebar on its own. And most Adobe programs work the same way. So hold down the spacebar, you'll see your hand tool appears, click and drag in any direction, and you see we can very easily pull that card back. Now, if we just decided to zoom up a little bit more here, and you find that maybe you go a little too close in and you want to zoom back down, in addition to the Command and Spacebar or Control Spacebar on a PC, add the Option key or the Alt key, and that will introduce the minus tool. Okay, this basically allows you to then zoom down one click at a time, and that just sort of fine-tunes your selection. Then again, you could just let go and hold down the space bar and then reposition this exactly where you need to be. So you can see there are some really flexible options there. Yes, we have the items in the menu, and to be honest, I think you might use Command 0 for Fit Artboard or the shortcut for Fit All Artboards, but for the most part, we're going to be using the hand tool and the zoom tool through those keyboard shortcuts I've just shown you.